Hey, welcome back. It is chilly to start off this Sunday morning. Quite the difference compared to this time yesterday. Yesterday we were in the 70s to 60s, so now you need the sweaters if you're headed out the door. We're in the low 40s, 42 here in Baton Rouge and Hammond, but into the upper 40s closer to the coast. So Houma sitting at 46, but we actually got into the upper 30s in Macomb in southern Mississippi. We're not the only ones dealing with the chilly weather this morning. I mean, look at this, 31 in Denver, 25 in Albuquerque. The only ones that are not quite into the cool down yet is Florida and our friends over on the East Coast, and that's because that cold front hasn't quite moved through there yet. But if you look at the water vapor, you can see this big counterclockwise swirl reaching from the Midwest up into Canada. That's what's pulling the cooler air from Canada all the way down to the southeast, and it is going to stick around for the week. Here's a live look outside our Sky 9 camera. This is facing downtown. We still have a little bit of some oranges and peaches in the horizon as the sun continues to rise on this Sunday morning. Temperature-wise, much cooler than we were the past couple of days. Also, we'll get more sunshine in the sky today, so we'll get into the upper 50s by lunchtime, and we should top out in the low 60s before we cool back down into the low 50s. Later this evening, we'll continue to get that northerly wind that's going to continue to pull in that cooler air. So tonight, we're expecting to be chillier than we are this morning. So we could see a light freeze north of the interstate, so Bogalusa, New Roads, into southern Mississippi. Macomb could see that light freeze mark overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. Elsewhere, mid-30s to upper 30s, so 36 all the way down in Houma and Patterson overnight tonight and to start Monday morning. So now that we're returning to winter, just some reminders, people, pets, plants all need to be protected and indoors, especially for those areas that might reach a light freeze overnight tonight. And that could be the case for several mornings this week. So I've got us reaching the low 30s for Tuesday morning. You can see there's a little bit of a rebound by Wednesday back into the mid 40s. Then we return back to the 30s both Thursday and Friday morning of this week. Here's why. The cold front that moved through yesterday, that's off towards the east, so we're getting the cooler and drier air from the north. But once we get to about midweek, so Wednesday, you can see the humidity tries to rebound, and it does a little bit into South Louisiana ahead of another cold front. That cold front pushes that all back down towards the south, so we get another push of cooler and drier air. That's why we'll return to the 30s for the second half of the work week. So in terms of rain chances, the dry air is going to keep us dry through Tuesday. As we get a little bit of that moisture surging by Wednesday, we could see an isolated shower mainly Thursday night into early Wednesday morning, and then we could see another isolated shower returning by the weekend. But really this week we're dealing with the dry weather and also the cooler weather, so feeling more like January for this time of year. It will be chilly for the next couple of mornings. By Wednesday we'll wake up a little bit warmer, but it's still chilly into the mid 40s. Isolated shower chance by midweek, but relatively we're staying dry and also cool. Gabby?
Thanks, Sydney.